Hi, all structure engineer there. Today I'm pleased to demonstrate to you the civil-based steel connection design program to AISC code. So this program is just a steel connection design program. It's online programs and user has to use it online. It's something like a steel connection design in the cloud, in the sky or whatever. It's the program is sitting on the server, so there is no need for you to install on the desktop, and there's no such standalone desktop version of that. So you have to use it online with the internet connection and web browser. So there are three web browsers works well with this program. The first one is Google Chrome. The second one is Firefox, and the third one is Opera. I believe not many people have heard about Opera browser, so I start a Chrome here. I will show you how to get it. All right, so start the Google and key in Opera. Right, so it will show up the website. Okay. So the website is opera.com, opera.com. The name of the browser is Opera, and you can download Opera for Windows for free here through this website. So all these three web browsers, Chrome, Firefox, and Opera, they're all free. In terms of user experience, use these three browsers with my programs. Based on my experience, Opera is the first choice. It has very good response time and response quick. The first choice is Opera. The second choice is Chrome. The third choice is Firefox. So these three browsers only, all right? The other browsers like Microsoft Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, or Apple Safari. The other browser, I don't know how many else you use. They doesn't work with this program. So always use Chrome, Firefox, or Opera for this program. So now today's demo, I'm going to use Chrome. So I start the Chrome here. Okay, so in the address bar, I type in asp.silverbay.com connect. All right, so asp.silverbay.com connect. Hit enter, you will get the program show up. Okay, so I also leave this program web address and tutorial web address, and also online manual web address links below. So if you can go through these, just go below and grab the links to get the quick access to these programs, manuals, and the tutorial. All right. So it will start the interface like this. Okay, I've just do a brief introduction of this interface. That's the first tutorial I give for this program. It will be just a brief introduction of tutorial and how to use it. There will be a series others coming after. It will go through the detailed introduction on different connection type, like moment connection, shear connection, brace connection. In brace connection, there will be vertical brace, horizontal brace, chevron brace, knee brace, base brace, vertical brace. And there will be also splice connection. So for this one, the first one, I just give a brief introduction. So in terms of the interface, the top part here, these are menu tabs, all right? That's for you to switch between different input interface below on the bottom right here. All right, So the center part is the sketch area. It shows you the sketch. The bottom part is the status area. It shows you the license status and the calculation ratio result. On the right, the top part is the sketch view switching tab. You can switch between different view of the same sketch. Okay, so front view, side view. This one will show you the side view. So we sketch back to front view. Below that is the input fields. Okay, so those are the area user input their data and parameter. So these fields, this bottom part, will change when user click on different menu tab on the top. So you just switch back and forth between different ones for this part. Okay, and also the bottom part, there are two tip radio button here. There are three button here, and there's one button gray out. Okay, I will explain one by one. So two tip. These programs, for many input section like this, it comes with two tips. I just take an example. I switch to right hand plate. Okay. Currently, the two tips off here. Okay. I turn it on by clicking on this button. Okay. I turn the two tip on. So for some input fields, there are two tips. They are put up two tips for user to get a better understanding what this input is for and how to get the right input. I believe for most first-time user and early-stage users, they need these two tips to figure out what the input should be. And like this one, okay, we already turned the two tip on here. Okay, we move the mouse over, you get the pop up. Okay, it just show you because here is the MC bulb pattern, and with bulb pattern and naming here. Excuse me. With the bulb pattern naming here, and that's a naming system taken from AISC Design Guide 4 and 16. Different name represent different bulb pattern correspondingly. But most of the time, without the AISC Design Guide 4 and 16 on the desk, we probably have no clue what does this name refer to. So that's the pull-up menu, pull-up dialog box for. So you can browse through this name corresponds to their bulb pattern. You know what you want, right? So that's just online the menu something. It's just like we split the whole menu to different section and different pieces. We distribute them to every input fields where the menu is targeting to, so that user can get these menu real time online. Just who were the mouse with the mouse over the input field, they will get these menu in the real time. It's very handy. So that's one of these pull-up menu. Okay. There's another type of pull-up menu, pull-up tooltips. Sorry about that. Pull-up tooltips. Okay, that's one with pull-up tooltips. There's another one which is instead of this heavy graphic and dialog box, we have a lightweight one like this one. Go to setting. Okay. So if you hover your mouse over some input field, you will get this dialog box pop-up. Okay, it will explain to you what this input is for and how to get your input right. These pop-up tooltips. Okay, hover mouse over, you get this one. Hover your mouse over this, you will get this one explanation, and hover your mouse over here like this. Okay, you just explain to you what this setting is for, all right? How you set it, and which area of the code you should refer to get the right input for this setting. All right, so that's the lightweight two tips. Lightweight two tips, okay? Lightweight one, and we cancel it. That's one type of two tips. The other type of two tips like this is heavyweight and also with graphic. Okay, so these two type of two tips, and there are many input field has these two tips. So once you figure out, once you get familiar with this program, you don't need those two tips anymore. You know what's going on. You can just simply turn it off by clicking on this button. Okay, turn it off. All right, so now you move your mouse over, you won't get the pop-up anymore, okay? You just can turn it on and off by clicking on this radio button here. So two tips, that's first thing. The second thing I like to introduce is the highlight feature. Like you see this interface here. We have this input for both gauge, both distance, edge distance, or whatever. So every time we move our mouse over input field, on the left side, you see these sketch area. The corresponding dimension get highlighted in yellow background and red color. All right. So check this one, the left side sketch, this gauge. All right. So you move your mouse over. You see the left get highlighted in yellow background and the red color. You move down, these both distance get highlighted, okay? And this one will be highlighted if we move further down, all right? So edge distance, you see the edge distance, here you get highlighted, okay? And also plate width, okay, and plate thickness, right? Like this. So this is a highlight features, okay? So yeah, with this feature, user will it will be easy for user to understand what this input is for, and where this input will go to the in terms of the specific connection, where to go, okay? They just link this input to the specific dimension on the sketch. So that won't be wrong for that input, okay? It's more like two tips. For some kind of two tips, user have very good understanding of the input and then won't make mistake with this highlight feature, okay? So that's everywhere. As long as these sketch, there's a dimension marking there. When you go to this input field, like this one, the gauge, it didn't show up. It doesn't show up on the side view, so there's no highlight. But when you go to this bolt spacing, okay, it get highlighted. Okay, edge distance, it get highlighted here, and bolt plate width, you get highlighted, and plate thickness. All right, so gauge is not. Okay, gauge is not. Okay, they switch you to the front view, okay, automatically to highlight the gauge. Okay, that's smart. All right, so let's highlight feature. And there's one more feature. We call it suggest value. You see on the right, there are some brown color value here sit beside the input field. So these are suggest value, okay, and these are suggest for these input fields, and user can choose to use it or they have their own. So basically this value, we just take it from some standardized drawing. Okay, there are some normal value we use for our connections. Like for one 3/4 bolt, we normally have 3-inch spacing. These edge distance to be 1 3/8, and for 1/4 bolt we have to increase this value, and that's a company standard, something like this. We put this value beside the input field and you just use it. I hoping give users some reference if they have no clue what the reasonable value should be. Okay, so user can get this value and typing on the input field one by one, and pick the one they want to use, typing the input field manually. All right. There's also one way they can copy all flange to the input field by clicking on this button. So for example, we keep this unreasonable number here and 2. Okay, and go to front view. I go to front view, right? Front view here. So the gauge changed to 2. The bolt distance changed to 3, which is quite large. All right. 3, and the edge distance is 2, which is quite large. Okay. So now you see the gauge is 2, and bolt distance to the flange is 3, and bolt edge distance is 2. These are all not reasonable number. Okay. User, when they get this one, they see this suggest value. They can, if you want to copy one, they just they think it's 4 here. Oh, it suggests to be 4, so they type in 4 here manually. Okay, and you change. Okay, change to 4. Another way, if you want to copy all of them, like this 1.625 to 3, copy to change to this 3 to 1.65, and change these 2-inch edge distance to 1.3138. Okay, so they can just copy. This copy also just value to input field. They copy it. You just one click to copy all the suggest value to input field. Okay, so input field is another feature. And basically, we want to give users an option to establish all the input on one click. Okay, they might have no clue what's a reasonable number to use, so that's an option for them. Pretty much, it's very handy. Okay, and when I start a program, I don't need to think what's the value, and should be I just copy it. Okay, and you would just give me the setup right away. So we have a brief introduction of this area. Okay, this is for a location for user to input the design parameter, bolt diameter, bolt spacing, member size, or whatever. This area of input will change when user click on different menu tab here. Okay, they will just it's a tiny area to use for different input interface. Okay, when you change to weld, okay, weld, it will just show you the weld interface and define the weld size for these flange to end plate. And okay, like you put here, highlight the weld here, put it here, highlight the weld here. Okay, when you go to stiffener double plate, this one change again, and you can provide a stiffener plate if you want. Okay, so if you want stiffener plate, and you can only see this through side view. All right, side view. See here, now we have stiffener plate. So if we want to turn it off, okay, no. Okay, so there's no stiffener plate now. Okay, so this part of interface will change when you switch to different menu tab here. So we go to the end plate now, and front view probably. Okay. So now we finished a briefing of this area. We already talked about two tips, on and off, just now. And these put just turn your 2T on and off. There are 3 more buttons here. Okay, so it's a save button, load button, help button, and this lockout button is only for registered users. For now, this program is still under try demo period, so we gray out, and next time if we turn this program to be commercial versions, there will this button, logout button, is for user to log into their account and then log it out after finish using it. So I will talk about this licensing and logging and logout later on. So we already talked about two tips, okay? We're going to talk about save, load, and help, these three buttons. So although this program is online, but it allows users to save their input file and load it back later on. So basically, just click on your save button. Okay, here you get the interface. Let me see my download folder, okay? Let me see my download folder. Okay, I deleted the previous save one. Okay, so that's my download folder. Okay, here you get the interface. You key in the connection ID, and it will be used as a file name to save these input. You click on save. Okay, see here, they pull out mc-1.txt. It's a Google Chrome. It's a web browser. When you save a file, it's just like you download a file in the web browser Chrome. All right. So you get this one. You have experience of using the browser to download file. You get this. All right. So same thing. So you show in folder. You get these. Show in folder. You get these download file. It's a plain text file. Okay. That's your input, all right? So you can move it default download to your download folder here, okay? So then you can move it to or rename it, whatever. So and that's how you save your file. And we click this one, okay? We close this download folder here, and you can load it back later on. See here, it will redirect you to this one and load it back, all right? Load it back. So you are able to save your file, save your input, and load it back later on, and use it again or reuse it or modify from there. And that's the save and load. And there's also a help button, which you just simply direct you to the online menu, right? Online menu here. So it's just online menu on this program. And that's what we are talking about in terms of writing format. So you can go through it, very handy. Okay, anywhere. So we have lots of example here. We have lots of example here. All right. So basically, it's online. It's a fantastic menu. Anyway, all right. So that I will close this one. I will close this one. And get this up again. So that's help button. Just a quick, simply click to give you to the online menu button. Okay, online menu. Close again. Okay. So we talk about this interface now, and we finished talking about this interface. Right, so that bottom one, the status, give you the license status and calculation result. Okay, we have more detailed calculation result in this menu tab, design calc, but that's just a brief summary. And when you do the stuff here, you will get the pass or fail and ratio right away here without going to this detail one here. All right. So now we continue with these top menu tab. All right. So the first one is setting, is appraise, for you to set up universal global setting. Okay, so click on this one, you will get the interface. Okay, so first one, of course, you choose the design code. Okay, we have AISC code for now. AISC 14 editions, LRFD and ASD. I'm going to add Canadian code support later on. It's currently grayed out, and we have input unit here. So this program allows users to input their design data in either metric or imperial system, right? So they can use both imperial and metric system, but when go to calculation presentation, if for AISC code, you'll be always presented in imperial format. If it's Canadian code, it will be always presented in metric format, in the native format of the corresponding code. So, but user can choose to input those data in either imperial or metric system. The program will do the conversions after input automatically. Okay, so That's the input unit. Okay, then also display unit, display precisions, and that's how you want your dimension to be shown in a sketch like this, like 2.26, 4.00, 30, okay, 2.260 inch. All right, so that's in 3 decimal. Okay, so we can choose to fraction of 1/8 or fraction of 1/16. Now we choose to fraction of 1/8. Okay, see, now previous 2.260, now change to 2 1/4. So that's how you you have option of sketch dimension format. Okay, so now we change back to 3 decimal presentation. All right, so that's setting, and for the rest parameters, you can just turn on these tooltips. Okay, it will show you move your mouse over. It will explain to you what this parameter is for. Okay, you move your mouse over, you will get explanation. So you will try to understand by yourself through the online tooltip. All right, so we turn it off. Okay, we go back. Okay, so that's for we go back, dismiss this one. Okay, that's for setting menu tab, the general menu tab. The next always is the general. Okay, that's where menu tab, you see this interface change, okay, to the corresponding one. So it's a place for you set up the project name and company name, which show up in when we print out the calculation, and connection ID is show up in when we print out the calculation. Okay, also choose the type of connection. It could be moment, shear, brace, splice. Okay. These input fields below will change accordingly when you switch different connection type. All right, so that's more like general setting parameters. Under general tab, there will be section tab where you say define your member size, beam, column, brace, or whatever. All right, that's then starting from here. After section, there will be different for different type of connection. For this MC connection, it's a right end plate. All right, and where you design the bolt spacing and bolt diameter, bolt pattern of this end plate, and it be weld. Menu tab. You define your weld from flange to end plate. You see highlight here. Okay, flange to end plate, web to end plate. And your weld grade and stiffener double plate. You define the stiffener or double plate size and the weld. Okay, stiffener double plate and the thickness. So the second last one is design load. Okay, that is the same for every different type of connection has design load input, and here. You better to switch to low view here, okay, to work with design load. Low view. As we say, you move the mouse to input field, the value in a sketch will get highlighted. All right, you see here on the left, okay, the moment value get highlighted. Okay, you modify the direction, minus 45, you will change the rotating direction. Okay, see, now it's counterclockwise. Now it's counterclockwise. Now we change to 45. You will change to clockwise. All right. See here, clockwise. Okay, now actual tensile, it's 25. It's tensile. Okay, see here, tensile. Negative value for tensile. If we change to 25, it will be compression. Okay, positive value for compression. You see. Okay, so you see the highlight on here. Highlight text is compression now. So the shear value is also positive. If in terms of MC, it doesn't matter it goes up or goes down. Okay, it get highlighted. We also have story shear, current actual load. Okay, that's for moment connection. And the last menu tab is design calc. Okay, so now on the top we have different section, chat box. Okay, the first one is summary. You can click on this one to get a detailed view of the summary. And the second one is right being current. That's amperage MC check. You check this one, you will get these MC connection, amperage MC connection check. Okay, there are different limit state check. Every limit state, you can click on the title bar here. Okay, to expand it for detailed calculation. All right. So you click on this one, you get expanded. You can expand the next one, get the detail of the next one. Okay, here. So you can expand, click one more time to collapse it back. Okay, to collapse back. Okay. Click one more time to get collapse. Okay. So for single limit state check section, you can click on each title bar to expand or collapse. Okay, you can also click on this button, expand all of them. All right, and collapse all of them. So now expand all. Now all limit state section get expanded. You get all the detail. Of course, the number of pages will be increased a lot. Okay, so okay, you can also add a sketch to this calculation. Now you get all the sketch. All right, so that's calculation. So that's a way you navigate through calculation. The MC is still not that many. For brace connection, we can easily go to 100 pages and probably 100 sections of 100 limit state check. If the connection get complicated, okay, and then it will be important for you to easily navigate through different sections and get the result you want and print the desired section you want. So that's the way you can do it. And here is a chat box for different section. Okay, a sketch and different section you want. And here's expand all and collapse all, for you to get the detailed report, or expand all, get detailed report of every step, or collapse all to just get a summary of each limit state. Okay, so I just explained to you for this one, and the last one remaining is print. Okay, now make sure you get all you need: expand or collapse or detailed sketch, or just expand one or two sections here. You are happy with that. After that, you hit the print button. Okay, print button. Okay, we get the highlight box here. Print button. Okay, sometimes, and it was because that's overlap of two Chrome tab. Okay, sometimes it just on top. The pop-up one will be on top of this main interface, but sometimes, okay, we close this one, we try one more time. Okay, we let's see how to do that. For this one, actually, when you hit print, you get the new window open up, but unfortunately the window is hide behind my current one. Okay, so I just try a way to get this sequence right. Okay, let me close this one. Let me close this one. Let me start the Chrome again. I type in ASP, seal back, connect. Okay, now I get this one. Okay, you see these are all collapse. Okay, this connection calculation are all collapse. So if I expand this one, I will get detailed calculation of this one. Okay, So I will expand all of them. I just hit this one, expand all. Now let me hit the print button. Hopefully this one, the new window, will come out on top of this current one. Here you go. So now you get this pop up on top of this existing one, right? I try it one more time. Print, okay. Okay, get a new window, maximize it, okay. So now that's another tab of Chrome, new window. It gives you a calculation with, result summary, sketch, and expand the detailed calculation of every step, you see here. So you remember this is a web browser, Chrome. Okay, when you want to print something, you just like you print a web page using Chrome. Okay, I move my mouse to the empty area here. I right click my mouse, I hit the print menu here. Okay, I get this print menu here. All right, okay, so now I bring it to my PDF printer. You can change, for your case, you can send it to your hard copy paper printer. Okay, that will be the same thing. For me, I just want to save some paper. I choose PDF printers. Okay, and go to setting. Make sure it's this one-time setting. Your header and footers option is check. Your background graphics option is check. Okay, now you see here, I just zoom it up one more time. Okay, on the header here, every page is header. Okay, there is date. There's Civil Bay Engineering. See these, I go to general, okay. That's Civil Bay Engineering, okay. And plus, it's a divider. You need this one to tell them that before plus is your company name, after plus is a project name, okay. Whatever project, okay. So you keep this input. That's intention is for use in print out headers, okay, the connection ID MC-1. So come to my print pages, okay, date, Civil Bay Engineering, that's what you input just now, project names, your moment connection, your connection ID here. So whatever input here, okay, we'll go to our printout header here on every page. So that's your calculation header, okay. So you see every page you get this one, headers, okay. So now we hit the print button. Now we go to my first calculation, okay. Create a PDF file, all right. So I take times for 15 pages, okay. Take times for this printer to generate PDF files. Okay, 12 page already, all right. 14. Now here we get this one. Okay, look at this one. The date, every page headers, company name, project name, moment connection, connection ID. All right. So now you get this one nicely printed calculation report. Give you summary, sketch, and give you sketch, side view, front view, top view, and low view. Show you all your input load and all the detailed calculation step by step. Okay, none of other similar programs have this detailed calculation output and nicely printed output. Okay, so that's from beginning to the end how you use this program. And I close this one, I go back to here. So that's your connection design. You can switch to front view, side view, and top view and low view here easily. Okay, so now we pretty much show you everything. You can move this a little bit up. Okay, we pretty much show you everything how to use this program. We take moment connection as an example here. That's one of the simpler one. We will go to the more complex one like brace connection later on. So for this tutorial, basically I show you first all the interface of this program. There's a menu tab, detail, sketch, status areas, input interface, and switch view, and all these button works. and I explained to you how to use 3 of the features. One is tooltips, okay, and one is the highlight of input fields. Like this, you hover your mouse over this input field, you get this text highlighted, and like this one, you see the highlight text here, okay, and go to thickness, you get this highlighted. All right, so that's the second feature. Tooltip is the first one, highlight text is the second one. The third feature is the suggest value. Okay, you can copy off and at one click. And I also explained to you these, how to save, load, and help file. I also explained to you these menu tab and the design load input and how to print out your calculation. So we finished this tutorial, and we are going to add more tutorial on each specific connection type. Like the next one will be how to design a shear connection. First one, the next one would be how to design moment connection. After that, how to design input shear connection, and after that will be brace connection, which also include the vertical brace, horizontal brace, chevron brace, the knee brace, base plate, vertical brace, and in the last will be a detailed example how to input the design splice connection. Okay, that's a series of tutorials you expect from us, and you have a good day, and bye-bye.